Yeah, she does.
No, she don't.
This is about to get worse.
I don't see how.
Feast of the Seven Fishes is one of those ones where I walked into completely blind. I wasn't planning on doing this one, but one of the movies I was going to cover just disappeared off streaming, and I needed to find one last minute, and Feast of the Seven Fishes was the last minute choice. And I think I kind of stumbled onto a bit of a gem. The movie's not perfect, but the movie's also really heartwarming when it absolutely is heartwarming. It tells the story of a big Italian family, the main character of whom is played by Skylar Gisondo, or Gisondo. He's best known nowadays as being Jimmy Olsen from the James Gunn Superman, and he was also in The Righteous Gemstones, and I am a fan of his work. Over the course of the movie, you learn that he is accepted into art school. However, coming from a large Italian family, it's a bit hard to sell art school. Not to mention, he falls in love with a girl named Beth. And so, over the course of the movie, you see Tony try and convince his family to let him go to school, woo Beth, despite the best efforts of her mother and her boyfriend Prentice, that is his actual name, all while preparing for the Feast of the Seven Fishes itself. This movie takes a bit to get going. The movie's 90 minutes, but there's a definite two halves here. The first half is kind of slow, and there's a lot of build-up, and there's some stuff at a bar and a club that I just was not a huge fan of. The second half of this movie, though, is great. The titular Feast of the Seven Fishes looks amazing. The food looks incredible. If I have any Italians watching or of Italian heritage, is the Feast of the Seven Fishes like still a thing that happens? I need to know in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. But if this movie is anything to judge on, the food looks just tremendous. And then everything goes down, like Tony and Beth, they get even deeper with each other. And then something happens where they have to not break up, but they have to separate. And that part was particularly heartbreaking. And I was so rooting for these two. I was saying, please don't give them the Good Will Hunting ending. I love Good Will Hunting, but I don't want this particular movie to be the ending of they don't actually get together. But spoiler alert, they do. And it's beautiful to see. And the final couple scenes in this movie are legit really cool to see. Like, Tony has a great talk with his grandpa, and his grandpa basically is like, you need to go to art school. Like, we did not come to this country just to stand still. I love that monologue. And then Tony and Beth kiss, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. Again, takes a bit to get going, but this is honestly one that I'll say is an underrated holiday film. Definitely check this one out.